Hello guys, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. Cancer, this video is for you for mid-September. Welcome back to the channel if you're returning, and for those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I'm Nicole. Privilege always to have each and every single one of you. Cancer, this will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Quick thank you to everybody who has subscribed, liked, commented, shared the channel. It's one of the greatest things that you can do to help support us here and everything that I do for you guys, or try to do anyhow, right? And for those of you who have booked personal readings and have donated to the channel, thank you so very much. It is greatly appreciated. So Cancer, let's jump in. Let's do this. So I almost feel like you're in a space of hiding out right now. Like it's almost like you may feel like you're being preyed upon, put it that way, right? It's like something may have happened where you felt like you've had to retreat lately, kind of go into hermit mode, some Virgo kind of energy there, right? So you might be dealing with a Virgo, not necessarily though. But I feel like you're in a space of hiding out right now. Some of you may be trying to avoid people, places, situations, things as well. But there's an avoidance of a particular situation. I will say to you that I feel like, I want to say watch your back, and I don't know why, and I'm not trying to freak anybody out. So, you know, not trying to make anybody paranoid, but I'm going to give you the messages as they come in. That's what I'm here for. I feel like there is somebody in a space of just kind of passing by. I think there are others that you're just being watched upon. It could be online, it could be in person, you know, visually, you know, in the 3D, whatever you want to, however you want to explain that. But I also feel like you're trying to hide out, and you may have somebody in a space around you that could be looking out for your best interest as well. So I think for each of you, it's going to be a little bit different, and understand that some people could just be keeping an eye on maybe your work, or could be on a personal level, maybe watching for behavior changes. I don't know why that's coming through. And Cancer, just remember too, roles could be reversed. You may just feel like you need to be vigilant at a specific time frame. You know, you could be looking out for your children. It could be, you know, just taking an approach of really digging into just kind of like a protective mode. This is just a sense of like a sincere need of protection in some form, in some way. And this could be energetically too, right? So again, I'm not trying to freak you guys out. I'm not trying to make you paranoid. But I also will say to you that the waters around this are calming down. And at the same time, I also feel like you're letting your emotions or your thought process, more so the thought process, kind of kick in. And I'm hearing from Spirit, for some of you, like, what did I do? So this could be, what did I do that I'm in a position like this? This could be, what did I do? Should I have done something differently? Just as a person, you know, as our higher vibrational self, could we have done something differently as well? But I kind of feel like you're in a period of just sitting, watching, and waiting. A little bit of an odd message there, but rolling with it, right? Like, that's what they're giving me. That's what I'm going to put out there. I will say, for some of you, if you feel like, God, if you feel like you are in danger, if you genuinely have a concern, then obviously you know what you need to do. But I also want to say to you in the same breath that they're too stupid to even figure it out. I don't know why that's coming through that way. So be mindful of just who you're interacting with in general. But in the same sense, like, how do I want to say this? They're going to go right on by. It's not going to be as bad as you think it might be. So don't be paranoid. But I just want you to know, like, if that's what you're feeling, if this video is resonating for you already, these intuitive messages, yeah, always be vigilant of everything in your life, obviously. But at the same time, like, don't let your mind run away with you on the what ifs. Okay? So there's that. So let's see how this crazy message plays out. Spirit is saying there's the of the situation and there's the whole of the situation. So somebody could be taking a look at a whole situation in total. These could be falsified structures that are breaking apart. And we've got renewal and fortitude. You are on a new phase and a new chapter of your life, Cancer. Your voice, it's speaking out, it's speaking upon things as you move forward. Finding that balance within yourself, allowing your friends to support you as well, people that love you and care about you to support you in any changes. You may even feel like you're under spiritual attack too. So, and that's kind of like we reap those karmic rewards and consequences, if that's the way you want to word it. But this expectation is you are coming out of this and looking on to the horizons. Best advice to you, do not look back. I see these buffalo. The buffalo to me right now are representing your sturdiness, your stability, how hard you've worked. You think about, like, I don't know why I'm getting the picture of a buffalo with like snow on all over him, but I am. But you've dealt with cold situations before, and the sun is starting to shine. Everything's starting to thaw out for you. So be patient as this comes full circle for you as to what needs to happen. Head down, nose to the grindstone too. You could be looking at your work and things like that. Some of you may feel bored with it right now. Changes are on the horizon when it comes to that too. So a lot of little messages in here for you, Cancer. So I really feel like there's going to be bits and pieces of this entire reading that's going to resonate for some of you. And I don't think all of it's going to resonate for everybody. So just be mindful. So let's see what else is going on for Cancer. Excuse me. All right. Make sure you're grounding and rooting yourself at this time too. If your energy, if your energy is, cheese and crackers, way too many. If your energy is feeling a little off, or you're feeling a little out of sorts in your emotional space or headspace, make sure you're meditating and taking that time. It was 7:07 when I looked up at the clock too. So what is going on? Let it go. There, abundance. Let's try this one more time, Spirit. Your energy is all over the place. Let's hone in here, please, Spirit. There we go. Miracles. I'm going to say this. So with this miracles and this step back, when we take a moment to step back from something, we are in a space of reevaluating what it is that we're dealing with at any given time. You are divinely protected if you've done the right things. So with that, like, miracles are coming in. Miracles are surrounding you. Things are changing for the better, despite whatever the circumstances that we talked about in the very beginning. You're just being asked to pay attention to the details, the small details, the big details, really looking at each situation in your life for what it is. And it's asking you to pay extra close attention. So for Cancer, please, Spirit, what else is connection? You are connecting to a new way of life. You may be finding new work partnerships. You may be finding global partnerships as well, as what I'm hearing from Spirit. Keep forging the path forward, because the things that you've dealt with in the past are changing. And it's like your expectations, which, you know, I tell you guys, don't have expectations, right? But we're still human. I would say prepare for the worst and expect the best, because I think the universe is going to pleasantly surprise you. They keep going higher vibrational energy. Pay attention to your vibration. What have you done? What can you course correct? Are you being your best self? And that's been the hot topic this morning around here for some reason. So do things that are meaningful to you. Do things that you know make you feel good, light you up. And it's requiring new perspectives. And in that new perspective, you're seeing that maybe your expectations from the past are broken down, and you're moving into something new that's like, oh, I didn't think that this would be the way that it is moving forward, but this is pretty cool, so I'm going to run with that, rather than allowing myself to backtrack into an old pattern or an old way of thinking. So I think that's a good thing for you guys, okay? So, and this idea too of maybe somebody watching you or keeping eyes on you, ask yourself as well, if you've dealt with that in the past, like you felt like you had to shut yourself down, you had to go into protection mode, you had to, blanket yourself for whatever reason it is. Make sure that those just aren't unhealed traumas and fears that are coming to the surface, And if they are, then it's time to do the healing work to address that. And I'm going to say this, one layer at a time. I always use the example of the onion, you know, multiple layers of the onion. We can't see what's underneath that first layer till we peel it back, right? So our healing is like that onion, right? We work on the first layer, we get down to the next layer, there's another layer of something underneath there that we need to address. We start, and each time that we go through that, obviously that ring of that onion is becoming smaller. So you'll learn these lessons, right, on maybe a grand scale, and then you'll be tested by the universe as you move through these layers and do the healing work, right? So think about it from that perspective. Just be mindful, be watchful of what it is that you're doing. Your connections are broadening as well. So you may be finding other people that you're working with, or having a desire to collaborate with as well, and I think it's just going to be a lot of conversating. You may not have to be working with these other groups of people as much as it is like you're almost just having communication and bouncing ideas off of each other and going, yeah, you know, that was my experience and this is what I did for that, and kind of just rolling with it from that point forward. 11:11 on the clock, guys. You're protected. You're fine. You're going to be just fine. So where are my, there they are. I've got so many decks of cards sitting here. I don't even know which one's which anymore. All right, Cancer, let's see what else is happening for you. The power of your purpose. Understand that whatever the situation is that I feel like for, again, some of you, like you've just taken your place into a space of security to avoid a person, a place, a thing, situations. Some of you, they're also bringing up, could be getting phone calls from somebody, and it's like you're doing your damnedest to avoid them. Like, I don't want to talk to you, but thank you for, you know, reaching out, or, you know, as they say, no response is a response. But part of this is also you understanding who you are, understanding what it is that you want, where it is that you're heading. I feel like for a lot of you, you constantly feel like you're running into a half wall and can't like quite get over it. Like, you know, running into a brick wall, but it's only about, you know, midsection high or so. And you're like, well, how the hell do I, you know, get over this? 12-12, by the way. How do I get over this hurdle that I've reached again? Each time you're having this experience, I think you're figuring out various ways of accomplishing these things. The wall isn't as high as it used to be. So maybe before you were running, you know, flat face, nose first into the wall, head and all. And it's like, as you're peeling back those layers of that onion, you're also dropping down the resistance, and the things are becoming less heavy each time you're working on these things. So keep moving forward, because it's taking you to a place that you are becoming more aware of what it is you're supposed to be doing. You're becoming more cognizant of these things. Certain things are aligning, potentially when it comes to humanitarianism, things like that. And I think I just talked about that in another signs reading yesterday. I can't remember who that was though. But it's an independent kind of energy. Wish upon a star. Healing. Just talked about that healing, that star, that child, that's healing that inner child. And this again may be regarding people around you from the past. That past energy keeps resurfacing anyway. We look at all the retrogrades that we're going through right now. They do bring those things back around, those re's, or that review, that reassessing. But it's also, and we hear retrograde and we go, oh my God, like everything's going to go to shit. It's not that everything's going to shit. It's you're being bold and brave enough to step into addressing the issues within, so that they do not become that 10 of Wands energy, that burdensome, that 9 of Wands, that wounded warrior kind of energy. It's moving you forward. Even if it feels heavy, even if it feels just bleh, you are moving forward. And then underneath, a powerful move with this wish upon a star. It is strategizing the way forward. It is figuring out how you're going to make these moves, and each move that you make is bold, it is brave, it is powerful, it is life-changing for so long as you're doing the work. Stay in that higher vibrational energy for yourself. When you're doing that work, the universe has no other option but then to respond to you. Feeling the world, again, that connection, it is what it is. Excuse me. Stay out of this like, whatever. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Accept things for what they are. But I also feel like in these connections that you're making, and I'm going to show you this card, that connect, you see that global kind of shape there, and then feeling the world underneath that. She's got the, the world in her hands essentially, and she's breathing in, taking a look at all of the infinite possibilities that are, right in front of her, and broken open. It's allowing you to step in. Once you let go and just release, you're able to cultivate and really work and hold on to all the miracles that sit in front of you. Again, I just want to keep reiterating, if you're doing the work, staying in that higher vibrational energy, Cancer. Some of you might be getting your nails done. Just a little side note. Go do your thing, right? Take care of you. Self-care, right? It's got to do with your foundational energy, how you're feeling, how you're looking. This could be aesthetics. It's just like doing the simple things for you. It might just be simple. I'm seeing someone like putting their feet up and reading a book. You have to make sure that you're providing yourself with that self-care, and this could be going out into the world to an extent, going back into hermit mode, kicking your feet up, taking it easy, getting your nails done, fixing your hair, whatever it might be. But it's like you're doing these little things for you and understanding that there's a mass opportunity at hand moving forward. Just keep moving. Some of you, side note, might be dealing with some jaw issues like TMJ or something like that, or they may be healing. You may be having some kind of work or something done with that. It may be affecting what feels like the structure of the eye as well. It's healing. And if you can get Reiki done, if you've ever done Reiki yourself, or go to somebody who has, or you can do distance healing Reiki if you're not around anybody. But I feel like some energetic work should be done when it comes to the jaw. If you're dealing with something like that, it will be healed. It will be much better. It seems to be lessening, but it's really got to do with this structure of the face right in here. So, all right, let's see. Let's clarify here. For Cancer, please, Spirit. Mid-September, the power of purpose. What is this about? Oops. Woo. You're coming, this power of purpose, like the decisions that you're making are becoming much clearer to you, and you're ready to act on those. Everything is falling. I think that as you're processing some of this stuff, Four of Wands keeps popping up for so many people. This stuff in the background that I first mentioned, like I said, I'm not trying to make anybody paranoid or anything like that, is truly affected your foundational energy. And I want to show this to you. First off, yeah, we've got 3 cards here. Cancer, on this deck, you're a 4 there. And then we've got the 4 of Wands. And then you've got the 5 of Cups behind that. And then you've got this feeling the world is also breaks down to a 4. So 4s are going to be very important. You could be seeing 44, 40, 444, or you could be 44 somewhere, something like that. It could be very important. It could be also, this is the 44th day of the year. I never have gotten anything like that. Pardon me as I constantly trying to adjust because I've got old lady hips. But it's like, I don't know. So what, that would have been like February-ish. So what is that? Aquarius season. Pisces right there on the cusp there somewhere probably. But 44. Big important number. 44 could also be a time frame when you are learning something, or it could be just a marker for what's to come moving forward. And they're also showing me that 8, that combination of that 8. This is another cycle, and I think I just might have said that, or I was thinking it. But these having to make certain decisions or may have left you feeling drained, exhausted, feeling like you didn't have a whole lot of life left to you. It's like, how much more do I have to give before this miracle, this renewal starts to happen, that this healing takes place enough that I can truly begin to move forward. Cancer, you're on the cusp. And I feel like for water signs in general, like that's where we are. Like we're right there, and we need to hone in and focus on the positives that are coming in. And they are coming. They are absolutely coming. And Spirit keeps chiming in. Higher vibrational energy. So higher vibrational energy, right? Okay. What is this? Wish upon a star. Okay. I feel like you guys, when it comes to certain avenues of things, and I talked about that bravery and courage, and there's the strength card, that, where was I going with this? I just lost my train of thought. You feel like things have just been unfair and unjust in a lot of ways. You may be working on taming those inner demons too, and that was one thing that I heard when I was meditating prior to opening this reading, is learning to tame those self-sabotaging thoughts or tendencies as well. We all have them. We're all human. Nothing to be discouraged about. Just going, okay, I recognize what this is, and now I know what I need to do with it to change this up. But don't have doubt in yourself and what you're capable of doing, because this is leading you to a very positive place with that Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune there. You know, it's you again. I really feel like there may be like a brainstorming session with this connection and the way this is popping up with the Wheel of Fortune, of rewriting history, rewriting how things were done, standing against traditional values, and doing things in a much more unified way with other people. Like I'm looking at like the Sphinx, and I don't know what this guy is called, and then the snake there, like they all are rotating around that wheel, right? They're all in flow with that wheel in different directions. And you know, you look at the angel and stuff, like her and the phoenix are really collaborating together. They are looking at each other and they're like, well, this is what I've got, what do you have, you know? So you may be really working and trying to collaborate with somebody in a group, again, group setting, or you're pairing up in groups somehow to review processes and things, that I feel like you're taking your ideas, and I feel like you're also taking lessons. This, I would say to you, if you're spiritual and you're a light worker and you're, you know, you're doing things for the greater good of all, like you're really going to team up with people that are going to help showcase who you are and same being. And maybe someone looking for you or looking out for you is someone going, hey, I've been there, I've done that, let me help guide you, let me show you what I know. Because the one energy here is more, like I said earlier, protective. The other one is like, God, just let him keep going by, please just let him keep going by. So it's like you're recognizing where it is you need to place your energy, and you're getting there. You're doing it. I just heard Spirit say cloud 9. So with 9 of Cups, cloud 9, like this will lead you to a complete space of happiness, abundance. You know, in that Page of Pentacles, and there's the Three of Pentacles working together with others, the world closing out a cycle, right? So that Page of Pentacles is offering you some new opportunity. It's immature in the sense that it's just now beginning, right? So it's a positive. It's definitely a positive thing to be had right now. Feeling the world. Spirit, what is the clarification? Star in the reverse. The Death card, and the King of Wands comes out sideways with the Page of Wands. I'm not a fan of the Page of Wands. I will say this, you may want to pay attention to, as I said earlier, a certain person, a certain situation. They tend to kind of play both sides of the fence, is how this feels to me. The Page of Wands is not my favorite. Like, I feel like can tend to be opportunistic at someone else's, like, oh, you've got some growth there, let me check that out, I'll take that for you, thank you. So just be mindful of who it is that you're connecting with. The Star in the reverse just tells me that you're putting an end to anything that's not healed with this Death card here. That if it doesn't feel right to you, you're walking away from that. You're trampling over the things that are dead, done, and gone for you. There's no need to continue pouring into things that have brought you anything less than healing. And you're recognizing that maybe if you were in a group of people or a situation with somebody else, and this, they're saying too, this specific area of this message could be family related, that it's okay to walk away from the things that do not serve your higher purpose. They're not serving your higher good. If they don't pour back into you, you're not going to pour into them anymore. And that's okay. There may be a distance with an uncle or a masculine energy that just, they seem to be very indecisive on what it is that they're doing. They don't know if they're coming or going. So you may be dealing like that with somebody in your life. And with that, you're recognizing, like, I can't play in this flip-flop kind of energy, because today you might think I have $20 to give you, and tomorrow you think I don't, so now you're not going to talk to me. So whatever this is, it's just a recognize in the grand scheme of things that there's other opportunities with other things and other people and other situations and other jobs and other whatevers, that you're setting your sights on, rather than staying in with these energies that are making you feel like you need to shut down and go into protection mode. Okay, so Cancer, let's get you guys some advice, and we'll wrap this up. I like this though. This is a good reading, and Spirit, as the chills go down my back, higher vibrational energy, right? Make that your mantra. Higher vibrational energy. I am deserving and worthy of higher vibrational energy. I am higher vibrational energy. So, all right. Hear the yellow tiger mother. Sometimes we must be strong and hold true whilst all around us seems to be shifting and changing. The yellow tiger mother, Kuan Yin, in her guardian role, is roaring within you, reminding you that you are a powerful being of light. And even whilst you are in flow with universal forces, your strong roots help you stand your ground and your light shines true. I love this. This is that nurturing, that protection energy, right, that I kind of talked about. She is the guardian. She is taking care of things. You're brave. You're that tiger, right? That yellow tiger. Granted, this one's orange, but there's that tiger energy, right? So maybe some of you might want to check out spirit animals, what that means to you. Maybe you're seeing tigers lately. You feel the fierceness within you, like that fierceness lives within you, Cancer, to be that fierce tiger energy. Use it for the good and not out of the space of the ego is really what I want to say to you. So just be very mindful of that, okay? Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys are interested in personal readings, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. And you can also check me out at holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. You can reach out to me through there as well. Interesting reading. I like it. I thought it was really cool. So with that, if you found this video did resonate for you, hit that like, share, subscribe, comment as well. And I appreciate each and every single one of you. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you guys soon. Sending all my love. Bye.